What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another WWE 2K25 Universe Mode video, but today we're doing something very different. One of the wrestlers that you guys wanted me to do, none other than formerly known as Dana Brooke, currently known as Ash by Elegance in TNA, bringing her back to WWE for 1 year, but we're going to add a little spin and make us a challenge, if you will. Before she can go after the Women's World Championship, because I do have her on the Raw brand, she has to win the Women's Intercontinental Championship first, and she has to also lose it before she can go after the Women's World Championship. So we're starting up in the month of May here. So let's see if she will be able to pass the challenge that we have set out for her today. Now, if you guys haven't been paying attention to my channel or don't really know the backstory, I've been a huge Ash Battle against Dana Brooke fan for quite some time now. Like, literally, I want to say going back until, like, 2015 when she was in NXT. And I always felt like she had potential to be something really huge and really do make a statement on the main roster and be a huge star. Potentially, we have a Bayley and Ash, apparently, and Ash won. Okay. But it's like, I felt like when she got up to the main roster, they didn't really do anything with her. I feel like they never really, it felt like even to an extent, they didn't even try. You know, and it kind of sucks when you're in a company and you want to try to break out and you have ideas, but WWE just pretty much shuts you down every single time. And it's like, what do you expect her to do? Like, she had so many ideas. Oh, we got the King and the Queen of the Ring tournament. Okay. Can Ash get the W? And Scarlett eliminates Scarlett Eliminator. Oh my god. She could have won Queen of the Ring, bro. She could have won Queen of the Ring. But she lost. But, like, as I was saying, I feel like she had so many ideas. Like, she had ideas of bringing in a women's mid-card title. She had the 24/7 title and wanted to turn that into a mid-card title, and WWE said no. For whatever reason, they said no. And then it's like, you know, she had different ideas. They just kept shutting her down. And it sucks when you are shut down that way. We have Natalya and Ash in the main events. We might have to watch this one. Okay, let's see if Ash can become Women's Intercontinental Champion. Can she become Women's Intercontinental Champion? Can she defeat Natalya? This is a huge deal for her. Can she get the W? Can she walk out with the championship? This is what it's all for. That championship right there. Ash Elegance came back to prove that she belongs, to prove that she is everything, all her doubt is wrong, that she deserves to be there and she can be at the top. Oh, with a big boot early off in this match. Oh, raking the back of Natalya. Uh-oh. This very calculated, very strategic, if you will. So Ash is going to have to keep herself 2 steps ahead of the competition this entire match. She's taking it to Natalya. Here. She's struggling right now, though. And already a splash. Ash is still down. Already going for a pin. 1, 2, kick out. She's taking a lot of damage, but she still has some fight left in the tank. But has yet to have any offense in this match. It's been literally... Now Natalya is in trouble. Oh. With the backbreaker. Power bomb. Ash might can win this match, but she has to literally get her in the ring. Come on, Ash. Natalia. Oh, no. To the outside. Ash going to the top yet again. Ash. Throwing her. So I thought she was throwing her back in the ring. She's already raging. Is that it? One. Kick out. Oh. Michinoku driver. 1, 2. And Ash is your new Intercontinental Champion. She did it. She came back. She won the championship. This might be the first of many championships in her career. She wins the Intercontinental Championship. You love to see it. Now, we started off in the month of May here. Now we're on to Clash at the Castle. Now, if she loses the Intercontinental Championship, we move her up to the main event title scene. Now, she was not featured on that pay-per-view, which was Clash at the Castle here. But maybe she can get something going throughout the rest of this year. And she's facing Ivy Nile. Ivy Nile gets the win there. So I guess that might be her next feud. Or no, apparently it was not, because she looks like she was facing Kiana James. It looks like that's our next feud. So I guess she got involved in that match. Special guest referee who wins here. Ash Elegance gets the win there. Now on to Money in the Bank. I wish Ash could be in that Money in the Bank match, but we all know that might not be the case with her defending that title. And she is. And Kiana James is already your Intercontinental Champion. Well, we all know how this goes. Like I said, if she loses the Intercontinental Championship, she's going into the main event title scene. So, since she lost, hey, we're taking her out and we're moving her into none other than the Women's World Championship title picture. We'll make sure that I did move her into the correct division. And no, I did not even move her. I moved the wrong person. I moved the wrong person into the division, apparently. Alright, now that we have her correctly placed in the right division, let's see if she will be featured on Raw this week. And whoa, we're in a fatal four-way with Bayley, Becky, and Rhea Ripley. And Ash won the fatal four-way match. That's huge. 3 of your biggest stars in your company, she wins. And she's facing Io in the main event. And Io gets the win there. On to week 4 of July here. Who's going to answer? Okay. Let's see if Ash was on this card. And no, she was not. As we build momentum towards SummerSlam, which SummerSlam is our next PLE. And she's facing Io on this card. And she defeats Io. On to SummerSlam now. Let's see if she will be featured on SummerSlam. And no, but Scarlett was. I want to see who. I need to go back just to make sure, because I want to know who walks out with the Women's World Championship. And Bayley is champion. Okay. So Bayley is the woman that we need to be looking out for going into Bash in Berlin here. Now on to week number 2 here. And she's facing Valhalla on this week in a promo battle. So it looks like we're in a feud with Valhalla for whatever reason. Whatever reason, WWE said, let's put you in a feud with Valhalla. On to this week, and we have Valhalla and Ash. Ash gets the win, as she should, asserting her dominance. On to week 4 here. And she's in a promo with Valhalla yet again. And Ash wins that. On to Bash in Berlin. And she's facing Valhalla on the pay-per-view. And Ash gets the win there at Bash in Berlin. As we build momentum to our next PLE, which I believe is Bad Blood. So let's see if we can get anything going here with Ash going into that pay-per-view. And no, she was not featured on that week's episode of Monday Night Raw. And she's facing Dakota Kai on this week's episode, and she defeats Dakota Kai. On to week 3. Let's see if she will be featured on this week's episode. And she's in a fatal 4 with Valhalla, Alexa Bliss, and Rhea Ripley. And Valhalla wins the fatal 4-way. Whatever WWE. What side you woke up on, don't wake up on side of that bed again. But on to week 4 here. We have a triple threat with Bayley, Io, and Ash. With Bayley winning that. On to October week 1. I almost said Bad Blood. We're not there just yet. We're at the go home show to that though. And she's not featured on that week. And now on to Bad Blood. Maybe she can be featured on the show. We'll see. And she is facing Bayley, who walks out the championship. Ash by Elegance is your new Women's World Champion. Oh my God. She wins the World Championship. She's facing Dakota Kai on this week, and she looks like she might be in a feud with Dakota. No, she's in a feud with Valhalla, apparently. Please, Ash, you better not lose your championship to Valhalla. I know that much. We got Valhalla and Io this week, and Io defeats her. Now, I guess we're building momentum to Survivor Series, I believe. Think that's what we're doing here. Ash and Sonya on this week. Sonya wins because of Valhalla getting involved. But she's passed the challenge, which was to win the Intercontinental Championship first and then move up to the main event title scene, and she's won that. Ash defeats Valhalla. I'm guessing this is going to go all the way to Survivor Series. We got Ash and Asuka in the main event. And Ash defeats Asuka. On to week 3 here. We got Valhalla and Bayley. And Bayley gets the win there. I don't know what Valhalla thought she was doing, getting in a feud for the world title. We got Ash and Scarlett here. And Ash defeats Scarlett. Now on to Survivor Series. Let's see what's happening at Survivor Series. And we're facing Valhalla. And we defeat Valhalla. Thank you. And still your Women's World Champion. Hopefully she can go into WrestleMania as champion. That's the goal, hopefully, that maybe we can have for her. She's facing Becky. And she defeats Becky Lynch. On to December week number 2 here. Let's see what's happening. And she's facing Bayley. Defeats Bayley. She's just defeating the 4 Horsemen back-to-back weeks. On to week number 3 here. And she's in the main event versus Bayley. And she defeats Bayley yet again for the 2nd week in a row. And she looks like she's main eventing, and she's facing Io. And she defeats Io. Oh, wow. She's on a run right now. She's in her element right now, and I love to see it. And she's in a ladder match with Io Sky. Oh, this is going to be good. And Io won the Women's World Championship. She defeats Io and then loses it. Maybe she can win that Royal Rumble or something, hopefully. And she wasn't on this week's episode of Monday Night Raw. Let's see on January week 3 what Ash could be doing. She's in a triple threat with Becky and Io. And Ash gets the win there. On to... she wasn't on this week's episode. Now onto the Royal Rumble now. Let's see if she will be on the Royal Rumble doing anything. And she has a chance to win it back. And Ash becomes a 2-time Women's World Champion, bro. Oh, wow. But who won the Royal Rumble match, though? I wonder. Who won the Royal Rumble match? Who could potentially be facing Ash? And Britt Baker won the Royal Rumble. That might be our opponent come WrestleMania, though. So we're in the month of February, facing Becky Lynch. And Becky Lynch defeats us. Oh, wow. You hate to see that. On to week 2 here. Let's see what if Ash will be on this card. She is. She's facing Io. And she defeats Io. So she could be going to WrestleMania as champion, which is the best you can really ask for her. And she's facing Becky Lynch on this week's episode. And she defeats Becky Lynch. On to week 4 of February here. And she wasn't on this week's episode. On to Elimination Chamber. And she's facing Io in this match. And she retains the championship. So she's going to WrestleMania potentially as your Women's World Champion. She's in the main event facing Io. Io gets the win there. On to March week 2 here. And she's facing Io yet again. And Io gets another win over Ash. That might be her rival right now. That might be what we might be seeing at Mania if this continues. And she wasn't on this week's episode. On to week 4 now. And she's facing Rhea Ripley on this week's episode of Raw. And Rhea Ripley defeats Ash. On to April week 1, which will be the Go Home Show 2. None other than WrestleMania. And Ash defeats Rhea Ripley on this week's episode of Monday Night Raw, heading into WrestleMania. Now on to WrestleMania. Oh, so Britt Baker challenged Michin for the Women's World Championship. No, we weren't on night 1, but maybe we were on night 2. Maybe we're on night 2 here. And we are facing Io. And Ash Elegance retains the Women's World Championship at WrestleMania. And we're facing Becky Lynch here. And Becky Lynch gets the win there. Now we only have one more episode of Raw to end this sim before we end this sim. And we're in a triple threat with Valhalla and Becky. And Becky gets the win there. Now this is the last episode before we culminate this. Is she going to be featured? And she is. Can she go out with a W? And she cannot. But hey, she won the challenge. She won the Women's Intercontinental Championship. She won the Women's World Championship not once, but twice. She went into WrestleMania and she's ending with the championship. This is probably one of my favorite ones that I've done so far. Comment down below what are some more challenge videos you guys would like to see me do in the future. Who are some other wrestlers you guys would like to see me do? Let me know in the comment section down below. Road to 2,000. Ultimate goal is 10,000 by the end of 2025. Road 3. Okay, so I don't know why I said that, but super kick that like button helps my channel get pushed across the platform. Superman punch the post notification bell so every time I post a new video, which is a reaction video, rant video, live stream, any type of video, you can loop of things when I do drop a video, and speed the subscribe button. It takes 3 seconds out of your day. Those are 3 things for me. Helps in the progression of my channel as well. But with that being said, hope everybody has a great day, great rest of your week, and I'll see you guys in the next video.